Oops. Had to close the door. Got people working out there today. It's noisy. You know, Warren Buffett and Bill Gates were both asked, what's the number one factor responsible for your success? And they both said focus. Same thing for me. I'm not as successful as them, obviously, but even if I have the doggies in here and they breathe too loud, I can't focus. So anyway, that's just a quick aside. Hey, look, I want to talk about a sentence. The sentence is, I don't care. I don't particularly care for that sentence or anybody who speaks it because I don't think anything should be lent to such utter disregard. Everything matters. Everything has substance. Everything has its place. Um, I think that's a slap ass attitude to take. I don't care. However, I'm going to break bold with that premise, that rule, that law that I hold myself to, and I'm going to say this. I'm going to say I don't care. I don't care what you think about what I espouse on here as far as training, nutrition, and improving oneself goes. Look, I've been training for 40 plus years, and look, I do it for me. I don't expect plaudits or medals or any crap like that. It's just something I love to do. And I'm not a tremendous physique. I'm not a giant guy. I've had some success. I'm very happy with myself. And I've never been injured in the gym in any way. Now, I will say this, that day is probably coming. I'm 54. I'm going to train until I die. And who knows how long that'll be? It could be 5 years, it could be 30 years, 40 years, who knows? But in the interim, I probably will get injured, even though I'm doing things as right as I think they are to be done. But that being said, I will say this, listen, the fit pros, scientists, college professors, textbooks, bro science slingers, those who sling true science, uh, and you know you see a lot of them on social media, and they're trying to garner clients and subjects and patients and customers, what have you. Uh, and a lot of times they do it via subversion or blinding prospects with unnecessary science. Now you see all my degrees and back. I mean, I've got a lot of that stuff in my head, and no one gives a fuck. Listen, I think people I help and work with, they're happy that I have this information in my head, but that's enough. They don't want it. They don't want it thrown upon them, and they don't need it. There's no utility to it for them. Uh, so, you know, some people, you know, I put up an article yesterday about, and it was just really in an abbreviated sense, a lot of you read it, on deadlifts and the proper grip. And if you do an improper grip, you're going to tear your bicep tendon, fuck up your bicep, and you may never ever come back to the gym. This is fact. This is law. There are videos on this. Top level, world level deadlifters time and again have done this grip wrong, and they've torn their tendons. So some guy got on there a lot yesterday and just contested everything I said. Oh, Dr. Dusa. Oh, no, he called me Mr. Dusa. He didn't allow my chiropractic degree to allow me the moniker of doctor, who I'm so wounded. Uh, Everything I said was wrong. I'm disseminating misinformation. Yeah, because I'm here to fuck people up. Look, you know, quickly to diverge from that for a second. I don't do anything for money. There was a time I did, and I still have to make money because let's face it, the shirtless, shoeless kid running around in the jungles of Africa, all the way to the highest captain of industry in Manhattan, they all need money, and so do I, and so do you. So ultimately, I work hard on my passion, and money happens to come. But really, it's all about strengthening my sphere of influence. Okay, you have a sphere of influence as well. Your sphere of influence might just be you. You might have one other person who depends on you, who counts on you. You might have a family of five. Uh, it might be your neighborhood. You may be a president of a company. It might be 1,000 people. In any event, it behooves you to make sure your sphere of influence is engendered with high-level information that strengthens those around you because then it strengthens you too. I didn't always think this way. I used to be more narcissistic and just put into myself, but I found that that didn't work. Okay, now I try to do what works. Okay, I try. Okay, and I'm always tweaking. But again, a lot of these guys, they come forward and they come on my videos sometimes, and oh, I wouldn't do that, or that's wrong. one guy, a local guy here, who has a lot of renown. He knows his stuff, but you know what? He might know too much stuff. Uh, he is a sanctimonious, pompous know-it-all. Everything everyone does is always wrong. How the fuck could that be? And I'm going to tell you, Mr. Local Fit Pro, I know you do well, but you do much better if you just came across a little more likable. Because people don't like know-it-alls. And however unwashed one of your clients may seem, how brusque, how crude, how non-genteel they may seem, they know you're condescending to them. And you come off like a total fucking bore. And you might even be watching this, who knows? And maybe I shouldn't flatter myself, but I don't give a fuck. Because you want to know what, again, you and others come down on me, I'm wrong, I'm this and that. Listen, because you'll say that's not the way. Let me tell you something. 7 billion plus people on the planet. And there's the way that has to be practiced for every single one of them. I'm a little parched. Creatine, glutamine, branched chain amino acids, and water. There is no way. There are no absolutes. I will say this. I do not follow dogma slung by the college professors, the writers of books, the trainers, the bro science guys, the real science guys. Again, you've got some viable information, obviously, but it's not absolute. It's not the way. That applies to every single person on the planet. How could that be? How could that possibly fucking be? Do you know the damage you do because you're just one way? I already said I know what I know it real well, but it's not a lot. And I surround myself with people further ahead of than I am in certain ways, and they fill in the gaps. So we all work together and everybody's fantastic. Because I'm here to help, to offer, to disseminate information. Okay? So look, I don't care. Look, if I'm doing a movement and it's against your understanding of biomechanics, your understanding of physical fluidity or congruency, and it just doesn't look right. And you know, maybe you're from the school of that's the way we've always done it, and that's why we do it. If I'm doing a movement and it's not hurting me, I don't feel pain, I'm not injuring my joint or joints, and I'm feeling stimulation in the target muscle, I don't care how nutty it looks, I'm going to do it, and I'll get results from it. That's my way, okay? And again, I don't care. I don't care. I stride forth unapologetically with what I do. And some of you think I'm pissing in your pool or coming into your territory. But what are you, out of your fucking mind? Anybody can do anything they want at any time, okay? And a couple of years from now, I might be doing something else because life is fantastic and it's a big world. And I've got a lot of ideas in my head. And I just want to do as many things as I could and help and lift others, because if you're not really doing that, they'll see through you. And I'll leave you with this, all you Fit Pro guys, and most of you are good, you want to do the right thing, but the ones I'm talking about, I'm sure this is smacking you right in the face right now. Listen, if you think your market is everyone, meaning, you know, you're pushing the way and it's the only way, then your market is no one, and that's why you're sucking wind, and that's why in your mind you're probably thinking, I probably got to get a job 9 to 5-er. And that's on you. In any event, Dr. Mike Dusa, MTFU Longevity Over 50, and I'll talk to you again soon.